Hello, students. Very good evening and welcome back to my classes, Dr. Manish English Academy. In the first video of this chapter, we covered to this line food is more important. Okay, but due to some reason, this video was stopped at that moment. So, let's start and cover the remaining paragraph from this chapter in this video. Before starting this chapter, I request you not to forget to subscribe and like my channel if you are first time on it. Food is more important for survival than an identity. According to the belief of those people who lived in Simapuri, that food was more important. It was first priority to get the food for them than an identity. If at the end of the day we can feed our families and go to bed without an aching stomach, we would rather live here than in the fields that gave us no grain. Okay? If, according to the belief, according to them, if they are having enough to eat to full their stomach, okay, they would rather live there than in that field that never gave them grain. Okay, it means it would be better for those people to stay there where they could fill their stomach, okay, and they can eradicate their just you can say hungriness. So it would be better for them to live there except or instead that place which did not give them grain. Say a group of women in tattered saris. When I ask them why, they left their beautiful land of green field and rivers. Okay, replied some women in tattered saris, very primitive and old saris they were wearing, and the Jung replied, "Sorry, ask us for the reason. That is why they left their green land and fields and rivers. Wherever they find food, they pitch their tents that becomes transit homes. Okay, they would carry their homes and stay wherever they'll get for eating. Children grow in them, becoming partners in survival. Okay, and children they are the part of their life, just like partner, and they also survived in their survival. And survival in Simapuri means rag picking. Okay, it was very bad profession and surviving profession in that area, Simapuri. Through the years, it has acquired the proportion of a fine art. Okay, in that area are years, it has acquired, it has known as the proportion of a fine art. Okay, as the part of fine art to pick the garbage and get useful things from the dustbin. Garbage to them is gold. Okay, it was their profession, so that it was gold for them. It is their daily bread, a roof over their heads, even it is a leaking roof. Okay, I mean scrounging, finding out useful things. I mean this profession provided them their daily bread, roof over their heads. It means it was their livelihood. Okay, it was their great profession for their livelihood. Even it is leaking roof, but for a child it is even more. Okay, for the child, because we know the curiosity of child, they become very happy whenever they get something which they expect or hope for. Okay, next page. I sometime find a rupee, even a 10 rupee note, Saheb says. Saheb says, or Saheb replies to Anish Jung, that sometimes I find a rupee, even a 10 rupee note also. Okay, because just we can get the imagination whenever we are wandering in the garbage or on the road or anywhere else. So sometimes we get falling. Okay, sometimes we get fallen rupee or lying rupee, 10 rupee, 100 rupee on the road. So it is very interesting, okay, and good for us. We become very happy whenever we get something just like an offer. So Sahab says that I get a rupee or 10 rupee note in the garbage. His eyes lightening up when you can find a silver coin in a heap of garbage. Okay, you don't stop scrounging, for there is a hope of finding more. Okay, but after getting or after finding a note of 10 rupee or a rupee, he did not stop scrounging or searching for another. Okay, he kept constantly or continue his job, his job to get more and more. It seems that for children, garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parent. It seems, okay, it was looking or it was seeming that the importance or the meaning of the garbage was more useful and more good, okay, I mean better for the children than their parents. Now, for the children, it is wrapped in wonder. For the elders, it is a mean of survival. Okay? For the children, it was wrapped in wonder because they hope, they expect to get more and more useful things, and it was very surprising for the children. Okay? They wonder, not wonder, they wonder. Okay, they were surprised to get something new in the hope of scrounging more and more, but it was only the medium, the way of survival for their elders. One winter morning, I see Saheb standing by the first gate of the neighborhood club, okay, watching two young men dressed in white playing tennis. One morning, I met Saheb standing. He was standing at the fenced gate. There was a gate, and he was standing by it in the neighborhood club. And he was watching two young men, two young people who were dressed in white, and they were playing tennis. Tennis is the game, okay, which is played by two people together. The game, I like the game, he hums. Sahib says that I adore this game so much. Content to watch in standing behind the fence. He was standing behind the fence by the gate and watching the game curiously. I go inside when no one is around, he admits. Sahib says to Anish Jung that sometimes I go inside, okay, through this gate when nobody is there. The gatekeeper lets me use the swing, and the gatekeeper of this house allows or permits me to use the swing and enjoy over there. Saheb too is wearing tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and shorts. Saheb was also wearing a tennis shoes. Somebody has offered him, and it was very strange over his discolored shirt because it was very old and strange. It was not matching to his shirt. It was very strange. Sometimes or someone gave them to me, he says. Saheb says that it has been offered and gifted by somebody else. In the manner of an explanation, the fact that they are discarded shoes of some rich boy. Discarded, just you can say useless for a rich boy. Now, who perhaps refused to wear them because of a hole in one of them. There was a hole in one shoes of pair, and I think Anit says that I think the rich boy refused. Okay, they need not to, or they need to wear the shoes. For one who has walked barefoot, even shoes with a hole is a dream come true. But it was a coming dream which was going to be true for a poor people, poor boy who don't have or who doesn't have anything to wear in his leg. Okay, although or even it is or it has a hole, he is watching so intently is out of his reach. Okay, the boy Saheb was curiously watching the game which was out of his reach, means he could not afford to play and to buy tennis and play along with some other was. This morning, Saheb is on his way to the milk booth. In his hand is a steel canister. This morning, Anish Jung Saheb, who was on his way to the milk booth. Okay, Saheb was going in the way to the milk booth. In his hand, there was a steel canister, a steel utensil, okay, or a pot in Saheb's hand. I now work in a tea stall down the road, he says. Saheb says to Anish Jung that now I work in a tea stall, okay, that is situated by the road. Potting indicating in the distance, he indicated by his hand that I work there. I am paid 800 rupees and all my meals. He says that the owner of the tea stall pay me 800 rupees and all my meals, okay, means foods. Does he like the job? I ask. Anish Jung questioned, okay, to Saheb that do you like this job? His face, I see, has lost the look. Okay, carefree look. It means the happiness, the expression which was lying when he wanders here and there for picking the garbage. That expression was never looked and be seen on his face. The steel canister seems heavier than that plastic bag he would carry so lightly daily. Okay, because he was the own master of his own life. He freely wanders here and there. There was no pressure, but now he is the worker and working under a owner. Okay, so his face was not lighting now. Over his shoulder, the bag was his. Okay, the milk pot, the milk spot in which he collected the milk and carried it to the tea stall for the owner, it was more heavier than that bag which he carried, okay, because he was the own master of his own. The canister belongs to the man who owns the tea shop, okay, but the canister, the pot was heavier, so heavier or more heavier than that bag because it belongs to the shop owner. Saheb is no longer his own master. Okay? It means he is doing his job for anybody else. Okay? He was not his own master anymore. That's it for this part. Keep learning and enjoy the video. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.